Hello, everybody. Man, what a difference a day off can make, right? I am feeling good and I am super excited to uh, come to you guys here today on the free to play account, talk about all the interesting stuff going on. So, we're going to start with a couple quick updates about what's going on for me on the account. Um, I did complete this, right? Yeah, okay. So I didn't have any awards today, and I was concerned. So for the Dungeon Divers event, I had stated that I wanted to kind of go down and get these prism crystals. I don't think that's gonna be able to happen. Although we are in for Dragon, which is my best dungeon. We are in Super Raids, right? Yeah. Or stage 20 is what I would farm with Super Raids on. Let's start this in the background and see how many points I get from it. I'll kind of show you guys how I go about this as well. In the meantime, because we're only worried about the points, doesn't really matter how well the team performs. Let's talk about the Fusion event calendar here. So, um, I won't be going for the Fusion. However, if there was a Fusion event to go for, it's kind of feeling like it would be this one. Um, for a couple reasons. So everything seems to be normal here as far as the tournaments. So you've got your Dragon tournament, Ice Golem tournament, Fire Knight tournament, and Spider tournament. You have your 2 arena takedowns and the Champion Training tournament, which is these are both going on at the moment, and then your Champion Chase tournament, um, which might be able to be skipped. So then for the events, you have the Summon Rush, which starts tomorrow. Dungeon Divers 1, Dungeon Divers 2, and Dungeon Divers 3. We don't know how difficult these are going to be yet, which is part of the reason why I feel that it's harder these days for free to play, because these events um, are starting to be much harder to get points in. They used to be relatively easy. You know, you could knock out a dragon and an ice golem and get all your points. Now, you even once you've done your dragon and your ice golem, you still gotta get them from your champion training as well, or farming extra. So, um, then we have the artifact enhancement events, 3 of those, and you have your champion training event here. So, um, you might, don't quote me on this because we don't know. Nobody does. Um, Summon Rush, 25 points. Champion Chase, 25 points. But there's this hero's path down here. Now, if it's a dungeon dive or a champion training hero's path, there's a potential that this could be achievable, and you could therefore get the missing points from not doing the summon rush and not doing the champion chase. Um, I don't think that it's worth it to take the risk, but if you maybe if it was a better champion, I would consider taking the risk. But not that Blizzard's bad. It's just not a champion that uh I'm personally excited about on this account. So also, given the current status of my account, I don't know that I would be able to pull for an event like this. Namely, I have to skip the Summon Rush. I don't have enough shards for that. And the Champion Chase tournament is likely to be voids if I had to guess. Um, I don't have that many voids on the account. So, but I did want to kind of go over it with you. If you are going to go for the fusion, make sure that you're double dipping where you can. So you want to make sure you're doing your dragon tournament when this Dungeon Divers event is up. You want to make sure you likewise with the ice golem, of course. Um, and then for Dungeon Divers 2, you'll want to wait to do your Fire Knight until Dungeon Divers 2. Do some of your Spider, to finish what's left of it, and then save the remaining spider for Dungeon Divers 3. Likely, if this is a champion training type Heroes Path, then you could potentially double dip here for Dungeon Divers 3. If you're not going to go for the Heroes Path portion of it, you just need to do some extra leveling or dungeoning or whatever, however you plan to get the points for that. So, okay. So, let's take a look. So, we got 17 points on that run. Okay. So, 17 points. So, this is kind of what I like to do. Right? So, 17 points. And I understand that it's not my average. Like, I can get lower points, I can get higher points, right? But we're going to go with 17 as kind of a rough calculation here. And then I always round up to kind of make up for the difference. So 17 points, Dungeon Divers. And I have some points already, so that'll clear it up real easy. So 4,500 divided by 17, 264 runs. And how much energy per run? $16. Yeah, so um basically about 4,000 energy, considering I think I already have like 300 points or so in it. Yeah. So about 4,000 energy. I'm about to check after I get these out of the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 times 126. I would have to dump pretty much my entire energy collection to get that 4,500 points for a chance at a good epic, which has already burned me many times over. So, not going to do it. Now, had I maybe done it from the start and been smart about my energy, using it when it's up, um, I know I can get more than 17 points. I know I can get less. I just do one run, base it. It's never burned me in the past, um, but and that sounds about right. Because I feel like at stage 20, I think it's like almost a one energy to 1 point ratio. Almost. It's not always, right? But it's almost. So, um, yeah, that's just a lot of energy to spend. Like I said, if I had done it over time and I could have filled it in with a lot of these natural refills and maybe some other things. But I've made my choices and we are where we are. And I certainly don't know that I can spend 4,000 energy in a 4 hour period or 5 hour period, which is all I have left. So I'm okay with that. Eh, Part of the reason it didn't happen is just because I kind of took a breather. I took a step back, a lot of pressure off myself as far as content and playing the game. Enjoyed some time with my daughter today and enjoyed some time um, watching hockey this evening and um, wrapping presents and doing all that. So it was a really nice day. I'm recuperated. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling good. Very excited to get back into making content and everything. So unfortunately, it just means that this particular event, I don't get to capitalize on the maximum points here. But hey, it's not the end of the world. I miss out on an epic that could be great, but it could also be bad. I mean, Like we could get a Jarag or we could get Ultimate Galek, which would be really big. Um, but we could also get a Rain Beast, who used to be amazing but is no longer. He was actually my first epic I think I got on my main account. And I was like, oh man, I got an epic. This guy looks cool. And then I looked him up and I was like, oh man, this guy sucks. So, apparently, and I didn't know him when he used to be good, but apparently he used to be really good in PvP until he got nerfed, is what I've heard other content creators say. So, okie dokie. So, I've been playing the main account a lot because of the new zone, the Cursed City. So I haven't been contributing as much on the free to play account, but everything's still going good. Really, the big thing that we're holding out for on the free to play is trying to get to Clan v Clan so that we can start spending some of these books, which I feel like I'm kind of unlucky on at the moment, if I'm being honest. Would love to see these numbers a bit higher, um, considering how long ago the last Clan v Clan was. But we want to use those books so we can get Venomage's. Ideally, we get this cooldown booked up. That would be the biggest thing. Getting the A1 booked up is nice too, but most importantly, we want to get this heal reduction onto a 3-turn cooldown instead of a 4-turn cooldown. So that's one of the biggest ones. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on. We're this weekend, so I'm sure you guys have seen in the news this weekend they're doing two summoning events, so you're gonna get a double the chances of getting epic and legendary champions from Primal Shards, while simultaneously running a progressive chance event for some really, really good supports. You've got Duchess, Bad L, Lissandra, Wither, Lady of Ireth, Prince Kymar. My main account just got excited. Because I need a Kymar. I've pulled way too many shards, so. Um, oh, it's a progressive chance. I might pull my primals now that I wasn't gonna pull my primals because well I got a mythical on my main account, so the odds of me getting another mythical anytime soon are pretty slim. So I'll probably do that. Venus and Tuanorok from Void Shards, which both are great. I got Tuanorok on one of my previous free to play accounts that is now lost. But she's just really really good. Would love to get her on either of my accounts. So, but yeah, so that's what's going on as far as summonings. It's a two times event, which is when I tell people to pull. The question mark becomes like, okay, well, do I want to pull? Well, first of all, I don't have any primal shards, so not really an issue for me. But for most people that do, the question becomes, well, do you want to pull them during a times two for mythical champions, or do you want to pull them during a times two for epics and legendaries? On an early free to play account, I actually, because I doubt they're ever going to do where this gets doubled, and this gets doubled. I don't see that happening. Um, at least it hasn't happened so far. When they did the 2 times chance for mythical, it was only for mythical. When they did the two, and now they're going back and doing 2 times chance only for epic and legendary. It is a really good chance to get a legendary. 2% is the highest non-sacred shard chance, plus a 32% chance at an epic. So the odds are in your favor if that's what you're looking for. If you're free to play, you're kind of looking for that. If I had a primal shard ready to go on this account, I would very likely pull um, my primal during that 2 times. So that's pretty much everything. Oh, I did have a couple of really some other account or channel related comments. First of all, I feel like we hit 400 yesterday, guys. We're already at 432 subscribers. Um, Second of all, I've seen a couple comments talking about that subscribers don't matter and that my numbers like the number 500 isn't a benchmark. It is. So I'm looking at it right here on the other page. Basically, once I hit 500 subscribers, that opens up memberships. As I understand it, those memberships will be similar to kind of the Twitch subscriptions. Um, I haven't researched it that heavily yet, but basically the way they describe it, fans pay for special perks and I earn extra income, right? So it's just a chance for me to try and it's not ad revenue. Ad revenue is 1,000, which the person was correct about. Um, but for me, if that happens, then that opens up the opportunity for me to stream on YouTube instead of streaming on Twitch. Um, I've only ever streamed on Twitch, but I find the discoverability is very difficult on Twitch, and YouTube discoverability has been great. I mean, yes, it's algorithm, and you guys have been commenting and liking and doing all the things that has been promoting my videos, which is great. But when this all started, I was just making videos for my clan members, and now I'm making videos for 300 to 400 people. So I'm happy with that progression. I'm not going to be greedy and shoot for the stars. I'm just gonna try and take it one step at a time. So um, I'm thankful for each and every one of you that watch my videos. I'm thankful for those of you that are liking and commenting and doing everything you can to get more eyeballs on my content. It really, really, truly does mean a lot to me. So, um, but yeah, thank you so much. I'm so excited that we're only 68 away from hitting that goal of 500. So thank you all so much for the support. Um, let's see. Cause yeah, there's no way for me backtracking now to the primal shard. There's no real way for me to get primal shards on the account because I'm not doing Hydra Clash and I don't get the weekly one or the monthly one until yep 270 days in, and then I can start getting primal shards. So obviously there are still shards that I can get from events and such, but um I haven't been doing those events. So I think I only have like 3 on the main account. Well, maybe no, yeah, it's 4 on the main account, but none of those events gave me anything. Were those tournaments? No, those were events. Tournaments. Yeah, no, I just looked at tournaments. Events. Obviously, you get one from Milestone 3 here, but we're never going to hit that. And then Dungeon Divers. Yeah, there's some quartz in there, but yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna call that a video. So, as far as what I've been spending my energy on, obviously I haven't been spending it as much as I did when the account first started. A big part of that is because I have other obligations, but what will I be spending it on? Probably just farming some dragon right now. Um, we're kind of in recovery mode after going so ham on shards, which again, I'm not really regretting too much. I do want to just check again at the Yeah, see, Doom Priest and Cryodan are good, or Cryodan, sorry. Um, they're both good, but I'm not gonna uh I wouldn't pull Ancients to try and get them like I did Taragi, just given what I need on my account, right? So, um, yeah, that's pretty much everything I can think of. We're just kind of in recovery mode, saving some resources, building towards the future. Um, we've got 3 food ready to go for Frozen Banshee. We just need to get 2 more. I'm not in a rush for Frozen Banshee right now, mostly because she's not fully booked yet. Um, and the books are kind of the books that I have used are not landing that all that great. So that's kind of unfortunate. Um, and I just don't know. I am gonna use her because I think her combined with Venomage is gonna be very powerful. It's just it's gonna take time, and that's where free to play becomes quite annoying because everything just takes longer. I can't just go and say, oh, I'll just throw some resources here, throw some resources there. It takes longer to acquire that stuff. So we're just waiting to acquire it, building up our roster. Definitely going to reconsider some of these epics that I would consider for food. Going to reconsider quite a few of them, just given the maybe not him. Well, you know what? Maybe even him. So I'm learning because I'm progressing on the in Cursed City on the main account. I'm learning very quickly how broad the roster needs to be because of the limitations that they place on certain stuff. So doing things like I completed this one today. This fight was very very hard because you need to have multi hitters, which thankfully I had Newt, but I literally had to level up a Deacon on that account in order to make this work. Um, so that these fights are not easy, mostly because of the limitations that they put on it. Like I can't even imagine. Thankfully, you can do dwarves against this Iron Twins, so hopefully I'll be able to find a way to keep Geomancer alive during this. But um, oh, Sylvan Watchers, I got that. That's easy. Okay, I'm lucky on my main account with Sylvan Watchers, man. I've been getting nothing but Sylvan Watchers, so. But that one was rough. The other one, I can't do one of these on my main account. I cannot do this one at all because my best shielders, I don't have any shielders that are these um, factions. So I need to level up champions in order to compete. So that I brought a Claude, but he's not built right to be able to push that content. So he's only level 50. He doesn't have any books. So it's very interesting how all of a sudden, like I said the other day, so many champions that may have had usefulness from other, or may have had limited usefulness or something along those lines, are now becoming quite a bit more valuable. So like I can see Fenshi, who is a good Fire Knight champion, I can see him having to be used potentially if it's something where it's Fire Knight and it's Shadowkin. Um, he would be a great option that some people, my main account hasn't leveled one. So that's one, and I love the way this dude looks. He's seriously like one of my favorite Shadowkin is Fenshi. I wish. I mean, I'm glad that he has value now because I just think he looks so good. The fire on the swords and everything. Just this is my style. I love armor. Um, so he just looks amazing, and I'm glad to see possibly him getting some usefulness as well as some others. So it's exciting. I think some epic champions are going to go up in value, which is good. But so it's important to keep in mind if you're simulating the way that I play, don't be fast and loose with your epics. I've ranted enough. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again for the support, and I'll see you in the next video.